Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an imaginary city on a riverbed with 3ds Max. We'll use and combine a few modifier tools that we have explored earlier, so let's get started. First things first, we'll create a plane, and then I'll resize this plane to 500 meters by 500 meters. And yep, I'm happy with 100 segments. And then to this plane, I'll add a modifier called displacement. And previously I've downloaded a height map image like this, and we'll link this into the displays by clicking bitmap. Now the bitmap is linked. We'll add the strength to this bitmap, let's say 60. Yeah, something like that. We'll also make sure the bitmap is 500 by 500 as well. Now we have a terrain contour. And what I'll do next is to create the river. I'll do that by making a clone of this plane, and I'll use copy, rename that to river, and I'll delete the displays, and then we'll color this river to something blue like this. We'll turn off the edge face for now, select the river, pull it up. I'll make it more realistic by adding some noise. We'll increase the Z strength to 1 meter, maybe 2, and put the scale down to 1. And what I'll do next is to create a rectangle over the side like this. And what this rectangle do is to help me flatten up the top of this topography, and so it will be ready to build some buildings on top of it. Before slicing it off, what I'll do is go to this terrain, modifier, add an edit poly, and to give some thickness to this terrain, I'll pick the selection tool, select border, and then holding the shift key, pull this down, and yeah, that's the solid land. If we flip to the downside of this, it's actually empty. So what we'll do is, with the edit poly border selection, I'll select that border, go to modifier list, add a cap hole, and yeah, now it's looking good. Back to the rectangle, we'll add an extrude to this, and with the amount go high, so that's enough to cut off the mountain. And we'll go back to terrain, under modifier list, go boolean, and we'll subtract to this rectangle. And yeah, see how it's flat now? I think I want to cut the ground a little bit more, so I'll get back to boolean, under operands rectangle. I'll move this rectangle down, like that, and check on it. Looks good. And okay, now we're ready to build some buildings. I'll create an outline of where I want the buildings to sit using polyline. And then close the spline. And to this outline, I'll add codify mesh. I'll add edit poly. Using the polygon selection tool, I'll start selecting these blocks where I want the buildings to sit. Okay, once I'm done with the selection, I'll add Gribble. And then to the Gribble setting, I'll add a minimum height of 20 meters and the maximum height of 100. And then we'll move this slightly down so the codify mesh is inside the lane. Like that, so this looks like a road. So I just did the same comment to create these small buildings on the other side of the river to give some contrast of suburban houses and city buildings. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.